Happy chapter day, y'all. It is your boy Born Zero, aka the Homeless Hokage, aka Keep It Clean for the first 15. And I really feel like that's been working. The views been getting a little bit better. But we have Boruto 63, Ask No Questions. And man, what I do appreciate about this chapter, because it was one of the ones that kept it rolling. It kept the progress of the story rolling. It really was like a part two of the setup for a bigger climax within the fight, because I honestly feel like this is going to be like a Royal Rumble type thing that's going to pop off. But it left me with a lot of curiosity of what's to happen next and how certain events will turn out. So, and also, like, the way I'm gonna give it to y'all in this reaction slash review is character by character, because I feel like Kishimoto has been doing a solid job of allowing the characters to progress the story rather than the events themselves. So to begin, we're gonna start with Kawaki, and from the very first panel, you could see it drawn on his face. He has a plan, and he's fearing in that moment that it's gonna all go extremely south. It will backfire, because his whole thing was, I'm going to meet Code in order to save the Hokage, in order to save the Leaf Village. I do not want anyone else to die. I will sacrifice myself. And we see that like, he has some solid quotes. Kawaki has some solid ass quotes in this chapter, of course, proclaiming that he will die for the Hokage once again. This is like his third or fourth time, maybe even the fifth time he's done this shit. But my favorite quote from him was when he was like, look, man, most people who want something from me, they've always been insane people. I'm used to it. I ain't giving a fuck, nigga. I'm ready for this shit. But from that very first panel, the fear that he has is Boruto will die. He knows Boruto is no match for Code. He's had his own personal experiences with Code. We know their backstory, Code's extreme jealousy over Kawaki being the supreme vessel for Ishiki. Damn, did I just get through that whole Kawaki? I might have just ran through that point on accident. But one thing that I feel like Kawaki did that it's kind of stirring the pot on another character being Ada is the breakdown of Code's actions. He's noticing that he's behaving in a way that's semi-unexpected, and he's being influenced by somebody. He's noticing that I'm excluded from your hit list. I'm your biggest enemy. I'm your rival. I'm the one who, you know, you were jealous of, the one that you hated, the one that you used to put hands on when we was kids or younger, because we still are kids. Code's not that old. I keep forgetting that he's still a teenager. But he says, I want to talk to the person who you say wants to meet me. Now, this gets me into Ada, because it seems as if there's no longer this big secret thing like, oh, I don't want Kawaki to know that you're working with me. So I don't know how soon they're going to meet, but it doesn't feel like they're kind of playing along with that narrative anymore. Because we see Ada's heart skips a beat and all that. Oh, he wants to meet me and all this shit. And Code's pretty much, if it went Code's way, he would have just took Kawaki back to Ada immediately. Like, it doesn't, you know, like, it doesn't seem like it's a secret anymore. And speaking on, because now we are in Ada, speaking on the influence over Code, which Kawaki has noticed, like, yo, you know, why don't you want to kill me? It's funny how Ada has influenced Kawaki, I mean, not Kawaki, but Code to not kill Kawaki, but did not extend that same thing for Naruto. And these are the things that make me believe that she's working with somebody. It's not just her own it's not her own actions. I feel like I still feel like she's working with Amato, no matter what she says. Oh, I hate Amato, I can't experience real love. I feel like that's more of a thing that's trying to get her connected towards Code. It's like, I'm gonna say this because this is something we could relate over. We both hate Amato. We have something similar that we could work towards. You help me with my goal, I'll help you with yours. But I think that's funny, because we do know that she has the ability to allow Code not to kill Naruto. And she kind of teased it like, oh, can you please not kill Naruto, spare his life? However, Code rejected that. I think it's a thing where she didn't have her ability activated on purpose, and it's something that's made to kind of trick the reader, because like I said earlier, and like what was mentioned, Kawaki was once upon a time arch enemy number one for Code. He allows Kawaki to walk free, but not Naruto, someone he hasn't even met, someone who wasn't even the one who killed Ishiki. Like, I believe Code even said it. I mean, Kawaki even said it himself to Code, like, I'm the one that killed the motherfucker. Let these niggas go. So I think that's strange about Ada. Also, one thing about Ada, I believe that there was gonna be like this big rivalry built up between her and Boruto, which was kind of funny. It's like they're really doing this whole love-hate thing, and it might be another thing. It might be a love triangle that pops off, because when Ada sees that Boruto was able to track Kawaki, and she kind of sums up like maybe their relationship is that strong, maybe it's Otsutsuki, maybe it's the karma. I'm jealous of their relationship. And when she said that, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a rival. She's gonna hate this person just because of how close he is to someone who she wants to be close with. But furthermore, she sees Boruto's act of love for Kawaki. I'm gonna save you. I have to look out for you. We are brothers in this shit. That shit turned her on, and now we have this whole thing where she's attracted to Boruto now. So that was like a plot twist type of thing. It's funny. It's kind of funny to see where this goes, and maybe, oh shit, maybe her love for them and their like little bromance backfires on Code and even Amato if she's working with them, because now she's gonna be like, yo, I fuck with this. I fuck with these niggas, bro. Let me help these niggas out. So who knows with that situation. And now bleeding into Code himself, let's get into Code. Now I feel like this was a solid chapter for Code. I feel like if this was a longer chapter, Code would be the MVP. Because I'm interested to seeing how he pairs up against the Karma Seal Boruto. I want to see, or well, now I think that's Momoshiki. Momoshiki pulled up, which we'll get into that later. But I feel like Code stepped back into like a more dominant role that the fans wanted initially, before he turned into a fucking cuck or a fucking, what's it called, a simp. Like the nigga turned into a simp. Like we got some hype moments from Code, the build up. Oh, he's a whole nother beast. He got a white karma. This is a model bigging him up and stuff. And then we get into the next chapters. And wait, hold on. Even before that, we see Code take out some like members of Boro's cult, throw some hands, and we see his power being used and all that. But then in the very next chapter, he gets fucking simp mode by Ada. Like he turns into like a little bitch, and pretty much a second tier or a second stringer to Ada's supreme power. So it was nice to see him get back into his role, and then he does expand upon the karma. Why am I so strong? Because I have the fucking combat warrior in me. It's like, he explains how it works, where you essentially tap into the fight experience of the karma, or the karma's DNA. Like basically, the nigga has Ashiki's fighting style, fighting experience. He has inherited that much from the Karma Seal itself. So I'd like how he throws that out there. It makes me think more of Boruto and his karma, and this is our final point, Boruto and karma. Pretty much, he's gonna need some karma training. And if we build on what Code was explaining, this made me think of a few things like, is Boruto's personality going to change along with his fighting style if he, begins to tap into the karma even more? Because he said something kind of strange, which seemed out of character for me when he was talking to Code. And that's when Code was pretty much saying, look, I worship the Otsutsuki. I have inherited their will. Boruto gets into the mode where he's like, what? Whose will? Who are you talking about? You are, what did he call him? He basically called him like a henchman or some shit. He was like, you're nobody. You're like you ain't shit, basically. But if the way he worded it, it didn't seem like something Boruto would really say. He's like, I'm not even interested in you. You are nothing more but a fucking piece of shit, basically. That felt something more like Momoshiki would say. And it makes me think, has the karma affected him, or will it affect him more in a way where not just his fighting style changes, but his personality as well? And we know what the Karma Seal does. It turns you into an Otsutsuki. And it also makes me think about the fucking pills. Like, all right, so in one story, in the anime, them bitches is working. In the manga, we ain't noticed nothing for like 2 weeks. I've been popping these bitches for 2 weeks. I ain't noticed shit. And now I've transformed. So basically, we don't know how far away this moment is from what we are getting in the anime right now. How long he's been taking the pills. But we know that essentially them shits ain't even working that good, because the motherfucker Momoshiki done popped the fuck back out. And this is something I noticed about Code. He's excited for that shit. He's like, all right, now I get to turn up too. We gonna fucking fight. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if this chapter would have went on more, Code may be the MVP. And I feel like this thing, whatever happens between Momoshiki versus, or Borushiki versus Code, I really think this is like a power scaling type thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Code comes away victorious or with the upper hand in that battle. And if he does, Code is on some other shit. Like, that's a strong motherfucker if he throws them hands. Because essentially what he was saying is he has the battle skills of a Shiki. Like, he has a Shiki's fighting experience. Now, from what we got from Amato, we know he's not as strong as a Shiki, but we know he knows what a Shiki knows. Like, he knows how to throw them hands, but is a little bit more capped because of the limiters that's put on him, as well as he's not as strong as a Shiki. He's more so surpassing Jigen. So more on Boruto. His chakra is now erased because he's turned it into an Otsutsuki. He's Momoshiki now at this point. So that's going to make it harder for Naruto and any more backup to find him. However, Sasuke is still in the area, assumingly. Like, we're assuming Sasuke is nearby or some shit, and maybe he had sensed Boruto and know where he is. That's a little bit dangerous. This is setting up some crazy shit. I feel like Sasuke may be in danger. I don't think he's going to die. I hope he doesn't fucking die. But fuck, it's a lot of enemies. It's a lot of fucking enemies. We have Code. We have Borushiki, aka Momoshiki, who has beef with Sasuke. And Kawaki's there, but he's not, you know, he's not full strength. So it's looking kind of grim. It's looking kind of weird for... It's looking like some bad shit's gonna pop off. I don't think it's gonna be a death, but it's gonna be some fuck shit. Because, like I said, Sasuke is essentially gonna be out there stranded. No one's going to be able to get to them, or if they do, it's not going to be on time. So this is kind of silly. This is fucked up, bro. This is real fucked up. But I think that's all I really got for y'all. I'm interested in seeing what's going to pop off next chapter. I think it's going to get real fucking crazy. But that's about it. Boruto activated his karma, which was pretty surprising at the end. Well, not even his karma, but Borushiki came through. So we'll see what happens next. Peace. Take care. Thank you.